Good morning, ma'am. We are glad to have you here. Today we will be recording a podcast on your experience on managing the Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. Thank you so much for your precious time. Now let's move to our questions for today. Ma'am, we have seen you being very passionate about the Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. What is it that drives you to make India drug sensitized?
Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan is very much required in the country at the moment. There are more than 7 crore users, drug users, various substances in the country, out of which 1.2 crore are children below 18 years. So that is the situation, and the National Comprehensive Survey the ministry has done has thrown up the startling figures. So that has been the driving force, that is the need, that's where that flag went off, that Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan is very much required in the country.
What has been your experience of implementing the campaign at a national level, ma'am?
It has been a very enriching experience, Adarsh, because we have seen so many stakeholders, in fact, almost all the stakeholders coming together to lead this Abhiyan: women, children, educational institutions, the civil society organizations, students, youth, young adults, all of them are coming together to be a part of this Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. So it has been a very, very enriching experience. It's a tall order, I must say. There's so much more to do.
Thank you, ma'am. Do you recall any memorable and amusing experiences in your journey implementing the Abhiyan that you would like to share with our audience today?
The entire journey so far has been very memorable, and I am helped by a lot of youngsters. My team is comprising of all these youngsters, so working with them particularly has been very, very good for me. Very enjoyable experience while doing a very serious work. So if you're looking at any one particular thing, then I remember this instance where I was interacting with children, very small children who do not know anything about the bigger things of life or the sadder things of life. So they're very happy. So the moment I reached there, they came running, and they were around me. They were like, hugging, and then they were like holding my hands, whatever they could, Mary. And then one child came up to me. He was just right in front of me, a small child, very small child. And then he said, he was tugging my this ID card. So I asked him, and he was not leaving it, he was actually holding it, he was playing with this. And then I asked him, do you like it? He said, yes. And then I said, do you want it? Then he said, yes, yes, we want. And then I said, then first you need to study a bit, study well, do your studies, and you will get this card onto you. So he was very happy. Those happy faces, I think, are very memorable.
That was lovely to hear, ma'am. Now moving on to our next question. In your opinion, what makes Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan a unique intervention towards making India a drug sensitized country?
Normally, any government initiative is perceived as being delivered by the government or a particular organization or a particular sector. But Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan is unique in its own, of its own kind, because it is basically a mass movement. It's called as you can call it as a Jan Andolan, where the community is coming together as a part of this Abhiyan. So it is not just one person's or one government's or one organization's led program. It is a mass movement. So I think that is very unique about Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan.
Definitely, ma'am, Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan is a mass movement as we all see every day. Now moving to our next question for today. What is your vision of a Nasha Mukt Bharat by the year of 2047?
Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, as you know, the 272 most affected districts, we had started that way in the year 2020. And then on this occasion of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, we are going to add 100 more districts to make it 372. So while these activities are going on, by 2047, I see a situation where the nation is, the people here, people in the country are completely aware of the pros and cons of substances, and they will have the willpower to say no to substances, and they will be very informed, and their decisions would be very informed, and they would be ready to face the consequences of their informed decisions. So by 2047, I see a very, very aware nation as far as substances are concerned.
Now we are done with the major questions for today, ma'am. Let's move on to the next round, which is rapid fire round. We have 5 questions in the rapid fire, and you have to answer what's the first thing that comes to your mind within the 5 to 10 seconds of questioning. So now the first question is, ma'am, when thinking about the torch bearers of the Abhiyan, what comes to your mind?
The young team which assists me, I think, primarily they are the torch bearers. When you say who are the torch bearers, I feel like I see their faces. And then I can visualize educational institutions brimming with very healthy young people who are very aware, smiling, lot of happiness around. That's what it comes to my mind. That's what is in fact Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan is about. We want to bring about that kind of a situation in the country.
Great, ma'am. That was pleasure to hear. Now, ma'am, moving on to our next question. How will you describe the youth movement that took place through the Abhiyan in 3 words?
Energetic, positive, and full of hope.
Surely, ma'am, these 3 words define the movement. Now, moving to our next question for today, ma'am. If you could give us a hashtag for youth to trend on Twitter, what would it be specific to the Abhiyan?
I would only say that Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, no, be positive, be humane. I think the younger generation probably should come up with more hashtags which are relevant and which are like, easily easily understood. So, but the overall thing is Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. I think there cannot be a better hashtag than that.
Now, moving to our next question, ma'am. What is your favorite part of working for the people under this Abhiyan in one sentence?
It's very difficult to say in one sentence, Adarsh, but the favorite part is when you are face to face with a person who has used substances or who is just a recovered user. That you're in a position, that I am in a position, or my team is in a position to make a difference to that person's life. I think that's a very good, situation. So I think
That's the best part.
that's the best part.
Now, to the final question we have for you, ma'am. How will you best describe your journey till now in the field of drug demand reduction in one word?
Very promising.
Thank you, ma'am. It was pleasure to hear you today. I sincerely hope that the audience who will be going to watch this podcast today will feel inspired and they will be more aware about the drugs and substance use across the nation. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you so much.